Welcome back. You're still tuned in to News and Views with myself, Salailo Makridiri, and we'll be getting some reactions to, the breaking news that we got this morning from the Middle East. Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh has been assassinated in Iran after attending the inauguration of the country's new president. Hamas has been, blamed on Israeli airstrikes for the death of its political Beru, and Iran's Revolutionary Guard has stated that they're investigating the attack. So we'll be getting reactions from a few people about this assassination and ultimately the impact that it will have in the broader context when it comes to the ongoing genocide perpetrated by the Israeli occupying forces on Palestine and the people of Gaza. Our first guest, we are joined by Dr. Ahmed Haroon Jhazbhay, lecturer in political science at the University of South Africa, is also the researcher at Media Review Network. Dr. Jhazbhay, Jazakallah so much for giving us your time. Welcome to Salam Media.
Assalamu alaikum. Shukran for having me.
I think first and foremost, let's touch on how significant was Ismail Haniyeh within Hamas and what impact this might have on the group's operation and leadership, particularly looking at the current status quo and what's happening with the heightened tensions in Gaza and in Palestine, and the ongoing seeking of a long lasting peace solution and ceasefire in the region.
It goes without saying that Ismail Haniyeh was exceptionally important as the head of the movement's political bureau. He was, directing behind the scenes the negotiations about the hostages deal and so on. He's been the head of Hamas political bureau for many years now, and he has been directing operations abroad for many years. So we cannot overstate this the sadness of this martyrdom operation on Ismail Haniyeh. It was a cowardly operation, but at the same time, whilst we mourn his assassination, we know that if assassinations were meant to end Palestinian resistance, it would have ended a long time. It would have ended, for example, when Israel assassinated Sheikh Ahmed Yassin in 2004 in Gaza after he exited Fajr Salah. So it is important, it is a huge deal, but it is not the end of the resistance. We mourn, but we understand that the resistance continues. It was Sayyid Haniyeh who himself said that his blood and the blood of his own children were martyred on Eid Day earlier this year, and is no more valuable than that of the ordinary Palestinian whose head was blown off, who has been assassinated in Gaza, who has been assassinated all over historic Palestine. So yes, it's a big deal, but the resistance continues.
And I think one thing that has really stood out for me is the fact that Israel has not claimed responsibility, for the assassination of Ismail Haniyeh, and they have not said anything. But I think it's quite obvious that they are behind this attack. I want us to go back on the second part of my first question, if this will have any kind of impact when it comes to finding a long-lasting, ceasefire and a peace resolution in Gaza and Palestine.
Yes, the so-called negotiations to release hostages and to end the current round of the war will be set back. This goes without saying that unfortunately Israel has been doing everything it can to escalate a regional war and to drag the U.S. into a regional war. It also assassinated a second in command at Hezbollah yesterday in Beirut. So it will dent ceasefire negotiations. Unfortunately, that part is a foregone conclusion. It's unlikely that Hamas will want to negotiate when its top leader has been assassinated by Israel. So the U.S. will be trying to diffuse the situation because as Israel is trying to drag the U.S. into a regional war in order to attack Hezbollah, because it knows that it cannot defeat Hezbollah on its own accord. It knows that it cannot, defeat Hamas in Gaza on its own accord. So it's trying to drag the U.S. in. Whether the U.S. will take the bait is unclear. But I would say that the negotiations for the foreseeable future are over. Any meaningful negotiations. But Hamas has succession planning in place. As I said, this is not the first assassination. Saleh al-Aruri was assassinated in Beirut a few months after the start of the war. So they know that the leaders are going to be assassinated. They know there's a lot of what we in this country will call impimpies within the movement, within Iran, within Beirut. There's a lot of spies that are working for the Zionist entity. And even the nature of the assassination is unclear. They talk in vague terms about an airborne projectile. Was it a bomb? Was it a missile? What was it? We don't know as yet. So it's going to cause some major repercussions, all of which are not going to be good for the ordinary person in Gaza that is hoping for the end of the war, so that they can start rebuilding. Unfortunately, there is no good news here. But apart from the fact that the resistance will continue, with or without Haniyeh, with or without Khalid Mishal, with or without Mohammed Daif, with or without Yahya Sinwar, the resistance, the jihad against the Zionist entity will continue. So that's the only silver lining one can take out of this.
And I think I think one thing that would be really, really interesting to take a look at is the response of Iran. This happened in their soil. Do you think there's going to be an effective response, a response that would want to show strength and retaliation to the Israeli occupying forces after this has happened?
Yes, I mean, one would think that Iran would not let this slip, but we know at the same time that Iran has a long history of assassinations on its territory. We know Israel has assassinated a number of nuclear scientists. There are still questions about Ibrahim Raisi. His death in the helicopter crash, whether it was a crash or it was assassination, we don't know. There's a lot of question marks about that. So we know in Iran there's a lot of spies and stuff that are working for the Zionist entity, but we would expect them to respond in one way or another. They have stated that they are doing investigations at the moment, and we'll give them that space to do the investigations, because all what we hear now is pure speculation. Who did it and so on. We give them the space for that, but one would expect a retaliation and nothing less from Iran.
And looking forward, when it comes to the succession plan, I think this is something that you touched on a bit. From a Hamas leadership's point of view, is there a structure that allows for a smooth transition of power? Do we know who might be, the next, political Peru leader of Hamas, and who would essentially be the public face of the resistant organization?
Unfortunately, that part is unclear. Exactly who will take over is not clear. There are a number of candidates, especially those based in Istanbul and Qatar. So, but exactly who? I'm sure Khalid Mishal as the head of Hamas in exile. We'll be meeting soon, because it will be important to ensure that that the structures of Hamas will remain intact, but the personality of who will take over, it's going to be difficult to replace somebody. But I always said that no one is indispensable, no one is irreplaceable, but someone with the persona of Ismail Haniyeh will be difficult to replace. That part is certain. but exactly who will be unclear. Everyone knows that they are a potential enemy, threat and a potential target for Israel. So Hamas will have a plan in place, and I'm sure in the next few days we will see a statement from Hamas as a show of strength, as a show of that their structures are still intact as to who their new leader will be, or any plans in the interim.
All right. I think we're going to take a quick break. But thank you so much, Dr. Jhazbhay, for giving us insight and your reaction to the assassination of Ismail Haniyeh, the head of Hamas political bureau. And I think, we'll be keeping in touch with you as, more details, start to unravel and, we get the full picture of what ultimately happened to Ismail Haniyeh. But we're going to leave it here for now. Jazakallah so much. All right. We're going to take a quick break, but I think when we come back, we'll try to continue and get more reactions from the assassination of Ismail Haniyeh. And, one thing that has really stood out for me is, just how relentless the Israel genocidal machine has been. Just earlier this year, an Israeli airstrike killed 3 of Haniyeh's sons in an attack of high-profile targets in Gaza, with the Israeli military claiming responsibility for the attack itself. And now, just a few months down the line, we have the assassination of the father, Ismail Haniyeh. And I think, some things are disheartening, but I think as Dr. Jhazbhay put it so eloquently there, the struggle and the resistance of Hamas will not slow down. It is bigger than individuals, and it will be interesting just what the response of Hamas is going to be, and also the response of the Iranian government, because this, as I mentioned, it has happened on their soil. This is provocation, and I'm definitely sure that there'll be a response of some kind. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I think I will continue trying to get those reactions on the assassination of Ismail Haniyeh, the head of Hamas political bureau.
Rejuvenating media day by day. This is Salam Media.
World-class financial services only at Sapphire Global, your financial partner. If you are looking for Islamic Sharia and ethical financial products, look no further. Sapphire Global offers a wide range of financial service offerings, from short-term to life and investments. A full-service center with all financial requirements under one brand. Our highly skilled and experienced consultants are ready to help protect your financial future. Contact us on 041 001 0184 or visit our website on www.sapphireglobalfs.com. Sapphire Global is an authorized financial services provider.
Shimmer, sparkle, captivate. Nothing less than a masterpiece. Droplets of gold inspires precious design. Platinum bursts with intricate freshness, and every pure diamond becomes more than just a girl's best friend. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, where timeless dreams become a reality. Come to us. We tailor-make designer gold, platinum, and diamond jewelry. Trade in or remodel your old gold. Clad yourself with classy name-branded watches. We offer insurance valuation and freezer card calculation. Visit us at 534 Ridge Road, Overport, or call 031 208 9142. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, manufacturers of fine gold and diamond jewelry.
The people of Palestine need your support now. Africa Muslims Agency is on the ground, already providing food, medication, and emergency supplies in Gaza. Donate any amount to Heal Palestine at africamuslimsagency.co.za. Africa Muslims Agency, empowering, educating, inspiring.
Searching for elite local and international investment and advisory services from an award-winning firm? Look no further than the Belmont Mayer Group, your gateway to unparalleled investment and wealth management. At Belmont Mayer, we believe in the art of wealth creation, a meticulous process fueled by our unwavering commitment to excellence. With a focus on providing elite alternative investments and quality advice, we also pride ourselves on maximizing value for our esteemed investors, as seen through our consistent outperformance. Your financial success is our top priority. Join us at Belmont Mayer and experience the difference firsthand. Ready to embark on a journey of greatness? Contact us today. Reach out to the Belmont Mayer Group on 078 786 1698. Call or WhatsApp or email us at info@belmontmayer.com. Elevate your financial future with Belmont Mayer, where every detail matters.
In the Eastern Cape, a single mother and her 3 daughters face a week without food. Last year, 15,000 children were hospitalized for severe